Namaste.
Well, she will.
Just have a seat, and we're going to sing "Weave Us Together." We want to recognize all the March birthdays.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning. Morning.
Wow, it is so wonderful to have you here with us at Unity Church on the Mountain. On this gorgeous spring-like morning. Let us say together our opening statement. There is
only one presence and one power in my life and the universe, God the good.
This is our Christ candle, which represents that divine, sweet inner essence within each and every one of us. Let us affirm together our vision and mission statements.
Centered in God, we inspire spiritual transformation, creating a world of love, peace, and prosperity. We are an inclusive spiritual community, inspiring, awakening, and serving in love.
Children's blessing. Oh, I love it. Let us not forget that inner child within each and every one of us. And then all the wonderful, special babies, Gage, Amy's handsome grandson, the special children, grandchildren, and I have 5 great-grandchildren in our lives, and then just all the children of the world. As we say, we love you, we bless you, we behold Christ in you. We accept you just the way you are. Walk in beauty, you are divine.
I think he knows. We're going to go ahead and stand up and sing "Be Still and Know." It's by Judy Blackwelder. She's a lovely little sweet piece. And I will walk you through. Wait for the words so we land. Hold on, let me make sure these words, I didn't get a chance to fix them. After we sing it the first time, we're going to sing it 4 times through, and I'll sing it for you, but it's always there for you at the end of the first time, and peace I leave with you. So, always there for you, say it after me, always there for you. And then peace I leave with you.
Peace I leave with you.
So after the first time, we'll sing it, always there for you, and the second time, peace I leave with you, and then we'll do that again. So, all right, there we go. All right, it's by Judy Blackwell.
this box is a symbol. When people write prayers and put them in this box, it is a powerful symbol of knowing that there is that divine power that responds to our needs and to our requests. So let us know this powerful, powerful symbolic process within ourselves as we open not just to those requests that are written down, but those desires, those things that we have within our hearts, situations in our lives, concerns that we have. So we open ourselves to that divine love, to that divine presence, to know that that love is here with us as we are still and know God, as we are still and know that divine presence. The love is with us, the peace is with us. And as we ask, we open ourselves to the awareness of the answers. And for this, we give our grateful thanks, and so it is. Amen.
And now, our very own Olga will read the daily word. Stay here. Or you can come up in front, whichever you like.
My life is prayer in action. Woo-hoo! Until author James Dillard Freeman wrote, prayer is a reaching, and every act of prayer stretches the soul. I can stretch my soul by beginning and ending my day with quiet times of prayer, reflection, and thanksgiving. In between, I observe expressions of the divine in nature and the kindness of others. I set an intention to be a blessing wherever I am. These are acts of prayer, expressions of my divine nature. I acknowledge the presence and power of Spirit within. Breathing deeply, I give thanks for divine light that guides me. I recognize the pure life that nourishes and energizes every cell of my body. I open to divine ideas and creative ways to use them. I see myself enfolded in a circle of love and peace. My life is prayer in action. Amen and amen and amen. I will pray with the Spirit, but I will pray with the mind also. 1 Corinthians 14:15.
Thank you, Olga. Let us still our minds and prepare ourselves to say together our sacred Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
And move deeper into that place of connection, deeper into that place of stillness, opening to the awareness of that divine energy, of that Christ light, that which we each as individuals understand as God. Just breathing into that, letting go, allowing this connection from the Spirit, from our minds, and allowing the mind move into expansiveness. Allow the words open. I am open. I am allowing. I am receptive. I am aware. And in this place of oneness and connectedness, let anything which is disturbing your soul just float up as a thought. Allowing, asking, becoming aware that this power, this divine mind, this expansive, creating love that is the universe, that is where we live and move and have our being, is the resource that we have, is the resource to answer, to provide, to calm, to heal, and to transcend. Breathe into that. It is not I, but that divine energy that does the work. And moving in deep into our soul silence. Breathing in, letting go as we breathe out. Deeper into that awareness of oneness in the silence, in that deep silence. And take another deep breath, bringing yourself back to this awareness, knowing that this deep silence is available to us at any time, at any place. It is wonderful to be here together and feel that energy that all of us are connected in that oneness, but to know that oneness is the truth of who we are. That we only need to be still and know. Be still and know I am God. I am the power. I am the resource. And it is here and now. And we share that. As we hold others who are dear to us in our consciousness, knowing our oneness with them, we hold that power, that love, and that light for them. accepting the healing, whatever that means for them. Healing what needs to be healed. Healing what needs to be healed within ourselves. Grieving, loving, accepting the joy. And for this we give our grateful thanks. And so it is. Amen.
I'm glad to. It is now with great pleasure that I introduce Rebecca Adcock, our speaker for this morning.
Renee.
Oh, Renee, oh, I'm so sorry.
You got the R right.
Renee Adcock.
Very close. Very close. Very.
Our speaker for this morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I first want to start by saying that speaking doesn't always come naturally to everybody. I'm one of those people that it does not come naturally to. This is something that I've been called to do, standing up here and speaking. I'm working on it. I believe that when you step out, that will appear, and you'll be guided by Spirit, which is where my talk comes from. The title I have given to this particular talk is, I wouldn't give anything for my journey so far. And so I wanted to start with a quote that I found about your journey is one of transformation. You're exploring the wisdom of your soul and shedding old ways and beliefs that no longer fit who you are becoming. Be brave, dear one. You are becoming your authentic self. Rebecca Baldwin. I will talk to you today about my journey on how I got to the point of traveling across the country with the John of God crystal bed. I know that each one of you have heard about the crystal bed, but my journey started way back as I began my career, and I would start a job and I would say, this job is okay, but this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Well, I said that about 6 times. And every time I was laid off or let go from that particular job. And the second to the last job I had, I told Barry, I said, you know, Barry is my beloved. He travels with me, and he's actually the brawn and the brains of the situation. I told him, I said, I was working for a bank, and as you can clearly see, I'm probably not well suited to be a banker. There are things about me that didn't fit with being a banker, but I made myself fit into that situation. And I said to Barry, I said, I really want a job where I could spend all day long working with spiritual, like-minded people, and I don't want to have to wear shoes. Those were the 2 things that were really important to me. And so I continued with my banker job, and I was laid off because it wasn't what I was asking the universe for. I was asking the universe for something completely different than being a banker. They really want you to wear shoes. Really want you to wear shoes. And they prefer that you don't have purple or pink hair and facial piercing. That was really kind of frowned on. So I said so when I was laid off from that job, I began to panic. Because you know how you feel when I'm sure you all have been in a situation where you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got to pay my bills. Barry, my Jiminy Cricket, was telling me, it's okay. We'll make it work. It's okay. No. I've got to have a job. I've got to pay my bills. So I took a job, which was really strange because I went to apply for this job, and it was the application was for a hostess for the VIP room at a car dealership, at a rather large car dealership. And I told Barry, I said, I applied for the job, I went for the interview, and I said, they're not gonna call me for that job. My intuition was saying, don't take that job. But the whole time I was telling Mary, they're not gonna call me. I'm not what they're looking for. They want young, cute, petite, short skirts and low-cut blouses. It wasn't me. I knew that job wasn't me. So I'm in the car and I'm driving and my cell phone rings and I can see that it's the car dealership. And I'm thinking, well, she's just calling me to tell me that she's hired somebody else. And my intuition saying, don't take that job. Don't take that job. And I'm telling my intuition, it's okay. They're not going to hire me for that job. It's okay. I pick up the phone and I say yes. And she said, we just want to call and offer you the position. And my intuition's going, no, don't take that job. And I said yes. Needless to say, my head exploded. Inside my head, my intuition was screaming at me, no, I told you not to take that job. The first day I walked into that job, I knew that I had done the wrong thing. The job that they had interviewed me for was nothing like the job that they wanted me to do. They were requiring that I work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And on Saturdays, they requested that I did not go to lunch. So, and I have been in positions many, many times where I regretted giving so much of my life to my job and had decided a few years before I took that job that I wasn't going to do that anymore. I wasn't going to give all of myself to a job. I wanted to be able to give some of myself to my family, to my friends, and to the things that I really loved in the world. So I told them 2 weeks after I started that job that I was giving my 2-week notice. I thought, okay, they'll just let me go. No, they didn't. They made me work 2 weeks out, and they required that I train the person that they hired to take my place. I had only worked there for 2 weeks. What did I know? So after I left that job, this was in January of 2012. After I quit that job, Barry was going, it's okay. We'll make this work. We'll make it work. We'll do what we need to do, and we'll make it'll all be fine. I said, okay, I'm going to trust that, and I'm going to just let it be fine. In May of that year, my girlfriend, who I went to high school with, we've been friends for, I'm not going to give away my age, a very, very long time, called me and said, me and my husband are going to Daytona. We have a condo there. It was free. She got it on some site but anyway, she got this free condo. And she said, I want you to come and stay with us for a week at the condo in Daytona Beach. Who's going to turn down a free trip to Daytona? So I told Barry, I'm going to go head over there and spend a week with my friends. He was actually working at the time, and he couldn't go with me. So I went to this condo in Daytona. Well, my girlfriend, she's real big into taking afternoon naps. I'm not big on taking afternoon naps. I don't sleep when the sun is shining. So I said, okay, I'm going to go explore. I love metaphysical stores. I love metaphysical bookstores. I love the energy in metaphysical bookstores. So when I go to a town, the first thing I do is look and see where all the metaphysical bookstores are. So I went to, there's one in Daytona. It's called Daytona Books and Metaphysics. So I walked in the door and I'm looking around, and the atmosphere of a metaphysical bookstore. They're amazing. The spirit there is so incredible. And so I'm looking around, and they came up to me and they said, we have a crystal bed. Would you like to try our crystal bed? And I said, no, I'm okay. I don't need that. I'm healthy. I don't have any illnesses to speak of, and I don't need that. Well, my intuition started. It started pecking on me, and it said, you need to do that. You need to go and do that crystal bed. And I said, I don't need that. I don't need that. So I spent about 20 minutes looking around the store, and the whole time my intuition is pecking at me. You'd think that I would have learned to listen to it, right? So finally I said, okay, fine. They had different sessions. You could do $20 for 20 minutes. So I said, okay, fine, I'll go and do the crystal bed. If you just leave me alone, I'll go do it. So I went in and I, took off all my jewelry, and I laid down on the crystal bed, and they covered my eyes, and the music began to play and the lights came on. And from the distance, this face floated to me. And it sat in front of me. And this man's face, I'd never seen this face before. I was in my head, and finally out loud, I was saying, who are you? I don't know who you are. No words, no sound, nothing, just this face, just a disembodied face. And I thought, okay, what is this about? And the lights went off and the face floated away. And I thought, okay, that was weird. So I got up off the bed and I, got my jewelry back on, and I'm feeling fabulous. I've never felt like that before. I had this incredible just feeling of peace, and just all my anxieties were drifting away. And so I said, this is really fascinating. So I went back, I paid, and I left. I went back to the condo where I was staying, and I opened up my computer. Anybody, y'all will know me now, knows that I am constantly connected. So I always have my phone, my computer, anything that I need to stay connected, I have it. So I opened up my computer and I typed in crystal bed. Now, mind you, I've never heard of John of God. Never seen him, didn't know anything about him. The very first thing that popped up on my screen was John of God, just with the simple term crystal bed. And I thought, okay, who is this? So I started to look at it and research it and read it. And up at the top there was a tab that said Spirit Guides. And I said, I clicked on that tab. About the fifth one down was a man named Andre Louise, one of the spirit guides that John of God channels. And that spirit guide was the face that had come to me while I was on this crystal bed. I was fascinated. And so I started to read more. And I called Barry on the phone. I said, you've got to look at this. This is amazing. We've got to have one of these crystal beds. And he said to me, okay. So he typed in crystal bed on his computer, because Barry's pretty connected too. So he typed in crystal bed on the computer, and all of this stuff came up. Crystal beds from here, and crystal beds from there, and nothing about John of God. Nothing. He had to actually type in John of God to get any information about John of God. And I said, and so he started looking and reading, and he said, this is really cool. We need to find out what you need to do to get one of these. So when I came back, all through the summer, he's telling me, you need to find out what it is you need to do to get one of these. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So finally I sent a message down to the Casa de Don Nuncio, where John of God has his healing center. And I said to them, what is it that I need to do to get one of these? And they said, you have to send a picture. You have to be approved by John of God to own one. He has to give his permission. And I don't want to present you to him until you are ready to do this, because we don't want to bother him. And the bed itself is $10,000. And I said, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I told Barry, I said, it's really expensive, and I don't think that we're going to be able to do this. Now I want to tell you that I'm really good at manifesting things. Things come to me. I said to him one day, we need a truck to pull our camper. And I wasn't specific. I said, just a truck. I walked out my front door to take my dog for a walk. And on the side of the road was a little teeny red speck on the side of the road. I walked to this red speck on the side of the road, and it was a truck. A little red Matchbox truck. I brought the truck back to Barry and I said, there, we have a truck. So, and I'm telling you that because I never in a million years thought that I could manifest $10,000 to pay for this bed. In January of 2013, I made a vision board. Everybody's familiar with vision boards? On the very top corner in the left-hand side, I put a teeny tiny little picture about that big of a crystal bed. And underneath, I put John of God, Crystal Life Healing Bed. It wasn't that big. In May, Barry says to me, I have some money that I can pull out of the 401k. Let's pull it all out and buy that bed. I laughed at him. I said, we're not going to do that. And at that time, we thought we had to go there. We thought we had to travel there. So that $10,000 then became 20, because traveling there was that much more expensive. So I said, that's a lot of money. Are we really going to do this? And so he ignored me. He just went ahead and pulled money out. He said, I got it. It's in the bank. I got it. Let's do this. I said, no, I'm not. That's a lot of money. And so I kept procrastinating, and he kept telling me, have you sent your picture? Have you sent your picture? Have you sent your picture? I'm like, no. So in the middle of June, I said, okay, I'm tired of hearing him. So I put together the email again. What is it that I need to do? How do I need to go about doing this? So, of course, they sent me back the information again. We need to have your picture. We need to present it to John of God. We need to give his approval and his permission to have this bed. So I said, okay, this is a big step. This is huge. So I let it go a little while longer, about a week, I guess. And finally I sent the picture. And they said, and so about a week after that, he sent me the information back. He said, you're approved. You've been given permission for John of God to own the bed. This is how much it is. It had gone down about $2,000. And they said, and he said, and for $750 we'll ship it to you. So not only had it gone down, but I no longer had to fly to Brazil to get it. So that brought the price way down. And so I said to Barry, okay, this is the information. And so then, after I got that email, he sent me the wiring information to wire the cash to Brazil. Now, I was okay with giving them a credit card or writing them a check. But when it came time to wire money to the Bank of Cyprus on offshore account somewhere to somebody that I've never seen before, to people I didn't even know, I began to have cold feet again. I said, that's a lot of money. So I have a spiritual mentor in Atlanta. Her name's Tracy Owens. Probably one of the brightest lights I've ever met in my life. If y'all ever get a chance to have her come here and speak to you, please do. Amazing lady. She said to me, when I called her and told her, I said, Tracy, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? They're expecting me to wire, $9,000 to some offshore account to give to somebody in Brazil that I've never laid eyes on. She said, you have no choice. This is your journey, this is your path. Your choices are done. And I thought, okay. So I told Barry, let's go. So we went to the bank. that was 2013. The 4th of July was on a Thursday. We went to the bank on the 1st, Monday, and we wired the money. And I told Barry, I said, if it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing I can do. It's just out there. This is the way it's going to be. It's, you know, if we get the bed, amazing. If we don't, we're just going to have to chalk that up as a learning experience. A big one. A large one. So I started to talk to Diego Coppola. Diego Coppola was the man that I had to deal with to get the bed. He works at the Casa, and that's his job, is packaging the beds, and when people get them, sending them out. So I started sending them emails. Have you sent it yet? Did you get the money? Do you know when you're going to send it? What's the shipping number? I need the shipping number. Finally, on Wednesday, the 3rd, he sends me back an email, and he said, I got the bed. I got it here. I got it all packaged. But tomorrow's the 4th of July in your country, and they don't do anything on the 4th of July. So I'm not going to be able to send it out until Friday, the 5th. And I said, oh, okay, because it's coming FedEx. And so on Friday, he sends me the shipping information. And he sent me the number for the shipping. So I looked it up instantly, see how long it was going to take it to get there. It said that it would be shipped and that it would arrive on the 16th of July. I felt good because then I knew now it was in the system and that we were probably going to get it. Maybe. So, and he told me, he said, you know, sometimes things happen and it gets hung up in customs and sometimes that doesn't get there and it could take a month, it could take. So I took a deep breath and I said the 16th of July. We began to prepare because what Barry and I thought was that we would get this bed, we would set it up at home, work there a little bit, and do metaphysical festivals with the bed. And so we have a room made out of PVC pipe that Barry built. I sewed each individual panel and we put the panels up and we have this nice little room. And so we began to prepare building this room and getting massage tables and getting sheets and getting all the stuff that we needed to make this happen. And on the 9th of July, FedEx delivered my bed. In 4 days from Brazil, FedEx delivered my bed. And so I sent Diego a message and I said, I just thought that you might like to know that the crystal bed arrived today. And Diego sent me a message back and said, well, I guess miracles happen on this end and on that end. He was quite stunned. And I will tell you that I've had several friends buy beds since then. One of them, it took her 4 months to receive her bed. And the unfortunate part about that is that she was critically ill. And shortly after she received her bed, she passed away. And another one, 1 month to receive her bed. So it's, you know, it's very unheard of for anybody to receive a crystal bed from Brazil in 4 days. So, and I guess what I'm telling you is to be very careful and be very aware of the things that come out of your mouth, because when you speak them, the universe hears you. God, universal spirit, whatever it is that you want to call it, hears you and will manifest the things that you desire. So, Barry and I go now on a regular basis. We've been for the last 2 years to the Omega Institute in Rhinebeck, New York, where we see John of God. He comes the end of September, first part of October. He's an amazing man, an incredible spirit. I cannot tell you what it feels like to stand before him. And even John of God is a trans medium, which means that when he is working and in spirit, he is not in his body. He is inhabited by a spirit energy that assists him in healing. He steps aside and allows them to use him. But even when he's not in trance, he is a beautiful, amazing spirit. A 74-year-old man that travels to Australia, to the United States, to Canada. He travels, and he also sits at his healing center 3 days of every week and sees up to 2,000 people a day. And not only does he do that, but he has 2 soup kitchens in Brazil where he feeds hungry for free. He does everything he can possibly do to offer himself to this world in a pure heart. There have been many things said about him, but I can tell you that being in his presence is one of the most amazing things I've ever done. So if you ever get the opportunity to see him, whether it be here or if you travel to Brazil, do it. Again, I don't have any physical ailments, but I will tell you that being a part of traveling with this crystal bed has gotten me here on this stage, because this is not something I would do. I am an introvert by nature. I would prefer to sit there and listen. But instead, I have been led, divinely led and divinely guided to stand up here. And, and I'm just, it is, and I attribute that to doing the work that I do. And I get to spend all day long with spiritual, like-minded people, and I don't have to wear shoes. So, thank you all for listening to me, and I will leave you with one other quote that I found. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but more difficult to regret. It's your journey. Stay the course. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. What a great, inspiring talk. We're going to go and stand up and sing another song, Name It, Claim It. Always, songs always seem to fit, don't they?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I name it, and I claim it, and then I see it
Let's affirm together our prosperity blessing.
The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now manifest. Because I believe in love, I give. Because I believe in love, I give. Because I believe in love, and love is given to me. I give because I believe in joy. I give because I believe in joy. I give because I believe in joy, and joy is given to me.
Let us say our offertory and prayer blessing. Divine
Divine
love
Through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Lovingly I give, and lovingly I receive.
Is there anyone here that is with us for the first time? Oh, we surely enjoyed your wonderful talk, Renee. Yeah, you wonderful story. Yes. Your work is just beyond words. God bless you. Okay, Reverend Carol, do you have any announcements?
Well, just one, and that is to say that we have Renee and Barry for the rest of today and tomorrow. And I want to tell you, I had a session, an hour session yesterday. Did not feel like an hour. Did not feel like an hour whatsoever. And so it's a wonderful opportunity to experience a meditative process that maybe you haven't experienced before. Each person is going to receive something different. But having that experience and then listening to Renee's story is, the bottom line is, you really need to listen to what that voice is, that intuitive voice within you, and when you ignore it at your peril. Life can be much more, much smoother when you are paying attention, and I just really am so grateful for them being here. And you're making a connection through the Unity and New Thought community, at least in this area, because I met them when I went down to the retreat down in South Alabama last fall. And so they've just been at Unity in North Atlanta, and they move around, and so they kind of carry the energy of the different Unity and New Thought metaphysical groups. So I want to say thank you so much for doing that, and thank you for being here.
So, please tell the congregation your bed will be here, is here today and
Tomorrow. 30-minute session is 32, 60-minute session 62. And it is also a fundraising opportunity for the center, for the church. So, because we do give back, to help everything that we make, we give back. So,
wonderful.
And there are handouts. We've got brochures out there, and there's still plenty of brochures and handouts you can carry away with you.
Where is it?
It's down in our. Well, here we need to announce this.
I thought it was
You've seen all of the work we have done up here, but we also have a lower classroom that Since the first of the year, we have completely cleaned, repainted, and it's now refurnished in a perfect spot. So the bed is back, so it's got 2 rooms back there, and there's a bathroom down there. It's wonderful, the plaster
Very nice.
place down there. So that's where it is.
Okay.
So when you come for your appointment, those of you that already have them, you can park right down there at the back, and they keep their car parked there. You can see it, so you don't have to walk a long way, you just walk in. But again, thank you for all the work that is done. Thank you for your gifts to us. We could not be doing this work, and we did do some of it ourselves. We spent a whole day here doing some of that work, but most of it we hired out, you know. A really good job done, but it really took the resources that you give to us to be able to do that.
Don't forget the temple.
Oh, yes, sorry. I mentioned last week that the Temple B'nai Shalom is doing their Purim Festival this week, and so which is a musical festival, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of people went last week. So tonight is the last night, 7 o'clock. I'm planning on going. Olga's going to be going with me. It's $10 at the door. I would suggest getting there about 6:30. If you've never been to the temple, it's a very historic edifice downtown. It's the oldest continuously used Jewish temple in the southeast, and it's just really fun, and a good time will be had by all if you choose to participate in that. Last year we went with the whole front row was all Unity people. So we were having a great time.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. David, did you have any announcements?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, good.
One more?
Oh, Lucy has something.
Oh, well, no, I'm just thinking, aren't we, I just wanted to let the few of us that are here know, I think probably this month we might be scheduling a community meeting, is that right?
That's right.
Yes, we
It's
will.
supposed to be the
So-
third Sunday of the
So,
month.
yeah, so look on the lookout for that. It's a community meeting, it'll be sometime this month. We are having a board meeting today, so we'll decide the date on that and try and get that out as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah,
annual.
I guess
it's our
our
annual
annual meeting
meeting.
is what
No,
I'm trying to say.
on
And
March
hot dog too, right?
Or did we schedule
No,
already?
we didn't schedule a pop-up.
Oh.
This is our annual meeting where we
Yeah.
meet down here. We will choose at least one, maybe, is it 2 board members?
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah.
board members.
Yeah, board members, yeah, so that's coming, did we already decide on the 20th?
Yes.
Okay, because I wasn't at the last one, sorry, so yeah.
So there will not be a potluck this time.
Will there be?
No, it's the annual meeting, so it's more, I think it's geared a little more
It's
towards
a business,
down here,
business
Oh.
and that sort of thing. Doesn't mean we can't always
But we
go
will
out to eat
schedule,
afterwards.
we can schedule a community meeting and potluck.
Maybe
Because
for
then
April.
Easter is coming the
Yeah.
following Sunday, and
Yeah,
then
maybe
it will
April.
be in April. So
Yes.
we'll schedule a potluck and a community gathering meeting.
Yes, yes.
Just let me know.
So, and I'd just like to make sure, just remind everybody, every Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30, youth group, again, is 10 and up. So you don't have to be a Unity member to come. We actually have friends bring friends, so that's always awesome. So we always, like I said, start off with a great discussion. Well, always eat, it's teenagers. We eat, we have great discussion, Q&A back and forth.
Now let us say our prayer of reflection.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power